This is database experiment number 8, and in this experiment we are going to see procedures and functions. So there are a set of questions that are given displayed over here. So we're going to see how a procedure and a function can be created and how these queries can be executed. So the first question here is create a stored procedure that displays the name and course ID of the student whose course ID is passed as parameters. So initially we are going to create a procedure, and the syntax for creating a procedure is create or replace procedure and the name of the procedure. Not just that, we have to pass the parameters here, and his CID is supposed to be the parameter, and we'll have to enter in what mode it is, that is in mode or out mode, and the variable type of the parameter. And here in is we'll have to give the name which is given as inquiry with a register number, and in the begin we are gonna give a query that is f name into name from enquiry, where course code equal to CID. So and then not just that, there's an output also being displayed, and the procedure ends. So when we execute this procedure, this query, it says procedure is created, and then here in later when we declare and when we call the procedure and give the value here, the procedure gets evoked, and not just that, the answer is also provided, and it says procedure is successfully completed. Next question is create a stored procedure which takes enrollment date and course ID as input. The procedure should display the duration of the course and the end date of the course. So here the same way we are going to create another procedure called F2, where there are two parameters called dt and e number, and here we are declaring two variables, and what we are going to do is there are two queries that are written here, that is duration into number from batch, where course code equal to e number, and select starting date into e date from batch, where course code equal to e number. And not just that, there are two output lines that are also being written. So this procedure is created, and when we evoke it in the declare, when we call this procedure by providing the parameters here, the procedure gets evoked and the following outputs are being given, and the procedure is successfully completed. The next question is write a procedure that deletes the student record whose roll number is passed to it. If such roll number is not existing, raise no data found exception. So here again we are gonna create another procedure where it is create or replace called F3, and then one parameter, that is a role, is being given, and here it's the condition query is given as delete from enrollment, where enrollment number equal to role, and there's an exception that is being given here, that is when no data is found, then when it is supposed to give this error, and the following is being displayed, and the procedure is being created. And when we again evoke the procedure F3 by giving the value to it, the procedure is successfully completed. Not just that, when we give another value here, other value in the sense the same value, again you can see the procedure being successfully completed, and the table being displayed here, as you can see. Now here they have displayed that enrollment table, and all the values in the table that got entered are being stored here. Now the next question is write a function to display the course fees with the given course code. So to create a function, the syntax is create or replace function, the keyword function, and the function name here, and the same way we'll have to give the parameter name and what mode and what data type it is. Then we'll have to give the return value also. The main difference between function and a procedure is a procedure does not return any value, whereas a function returns a value. So here we are going to give what value is being returned, and we have declared fees, which is number, and we're giving the 8 as the allotted slot for it, and the code, the following code is also being given. Select b dot course fees into fee from batch b comma course C, where b dot course code equal to fee, and row num equal to 1. So accordingly the function is being created, and here we are going to call the function. Here we have declared number 8, and here we are gonna call the function in the place of number, that is we are assigning the value here, and here we are gonna pass the value, and this function is being evoked, and the following output is being given, that is fees of the course code 10 is 4000, and the and it is successfully called. Next one is create a function which count total courses having amount more than 5000. So the same way another function is being created with the same syntax. We have given the return values and the respected queries also, and the function is being called by giving the value of the function to another variable and an output line. As you can see, again the same way it is again being executed, and the output is being given, and the procedure is successfully completed. Then create a function which displays the student details when roll number is given as input. You can see that another function is being created, and the return value is also given, and the following query is executed, and when this function gets evoked here in nm, then the output is also obtained. So the procedure is again successfully completed. This is how the queries and the functions and procedures are written. By this the exercise ends. Thank you.